all about the team and be like, oh,
Hi
whoever
guys,
this
going
Slick
back
Six
more
wants out,
Yakuza 0.
or throw out a name that we already know that
Continuing
in
on.
the Slick Six, like, oh, Memphis really pissed me off the other
Oh
day.
wait,
I
fuck.
wouldn't mind throwing his ass up. Like, at least, even if Danny gets the information back, at least it's not Danny, so then your threat
Here,
level goes down. But it just
here.
didn't work out that way.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about this last week or a few weeks ago, whenever, that you know, an effective player gives trust by sort of like letting people into their house, right? And, like certain rooms, they have full access to. Like when you're playing the game, every single person needs to have their own story as far as you're concerned. Like you have a story for every person. So for Bailey, when she interacts with Danny, she needs to be prepared with, according to Danny, what is my story? And that means that, like, hey, I'm going after, like, Memphis and Ian or something, or, like, you know, something whatever, or Memphis and David or whoever, and, like, anytime I'm around Danny, anytime I'm around somebody that might leak information to Danny, I need to make sure that my story is straight with Danny. But Bailey in this spot, she has changed her actual targets. She's no longer targeting Memphis or anybody else. She's targeting Danny. So when she talks to Danny, and Danny asks her, who are you targeting? And she's already mentioned that she's not targeting Memphis anymore. It's like, oh, crap, what's my story? I don't know. So that's what gets you in trouble.
That on top of the fact that she already feels like they're trying to, I mean, her and Devon had a conversation earlier, like, about how they're trying to get them to snap, and that she's already, like, walking, like, she's really, like, you can see that it's, like, it's winding up with Bailey. It's winding up, and this is what I was afraid of when we did the draft. And I was like, I don't know if she's going to slip back into that old ways, and I don't necessarily know if it's slipping back into old ways. It's just, like, people only have a certain level of patience, you know what I mean? And at some point, it's like, okay, now that I'm pissed me off, now I'm going to tell you what's on my mind. And I feel like that moment is getting closer and closer with her, considering all the things that she hears about herself, and, like, how it's just, you know, and on top of the fact that Bailey has, I mean, Devon, like, assured her a bunch when they were having a conversation that she's been playing one of the best social games that she's seen in a long time. And I don't know if I necessarily agree wholeheartedly with that, but I would say that Bailey does have a decent social game. She doesn't really piss a lot of people off, at least not intentionally, and when it does happen, she's clued in on it, and then she tries to rectify the situation, like the whole thing with Nicole. Devon told her about that, she tried to smash it. But now this whole thing with Danny, it's like, if I confront her, I'm gonna be the one that looks like the bad guy, and she's gonna be the one that's, you know, twisted back with the rest of the alliance that probably already want us out anyway. So it's just like, what do I do? Do I just let it slide, or do I say something and try to smooth this over? And it's like, honestly, when it comes to Danny, I really don't know. I feel like leaving her in the dark probably is the best thing, but that comes at an emotional sacrifice for you, because now you have to sit here and bite the bullet over and over and over again. So I feel for her. I really hope that she can find a way to find her peace, find her calm. I mean, she tweeted out last night, like, look, Swaggy, I wish that you were here because none of these people understand me the way that you do. So I really feel for her. She's really feeling a little bit alone, a little misunderstood, and I get it. I just hope that she can find a way to center herself. And listen to Devon's advice, like, she's almost out the door. She is this close. As long as Ian's information does not mess this up, she is this close to being out of the door. All you have to do is play it cool, hope the right person wins HOH, win HOH, and then it's said and done. It's said and done.
That's it. That's it, yo.
That's it, yo.
So Danny talks to Cody. She asks him, like, what's up with you, Cody? And he's like, I'm just sick of it. I haven't slept in days. I'm sick of this day and bay stuff. And everything. She lets him know that Nicole told her, that Christmas told her, that Bailey told her that she had something to tell her.
Come on, BB updates, come on!
After the next HOH competition, which is super sketchy. And she also tells him about her conversation with Bailey just now, that she didn't tell her the targets were. She said things were pretty rough. She really thinks that Day and Bay are preparing to flip on them and out the Slick Six next week and try to make a move. And Cody's like, oh yeah, that would be bad. I mean, also though, Tyler concerns me. That Tyler's, I'm worried that Tyler is nervous about, the Slick Six being outed to Nicole and the wall yeller thing. And Danny's like, well, he has a reason to be. Like, we did leave him out of that. But don't worry, I talked to him. I squashed it. Like, we're totally cool. Like, he's totally down. Yeah, it was a long conversation. They didn't like specifically, talk a ton about the situation. It was just a lot of like personal conversation, and that's why she felt so good. She was like, we talked about it, squashed it fast, and then we talked personal stuff, and then we talked later, and he didn't bring it up again because it didn't matter. Like she feels very comfortable with the fact, like Tyler has his story for Danny. Right. He told that story, and she buys it completely.
That's when they were on the hammock together. Oh, see, I switched over to the conversation, and they were talking about dogs and stuff, so I went back to wherever else was going on in the house, but I guess that's why she feels good. It was a very normal conversation.
She talks about meeting Angela and that she thinks they'll all be friends. And Tyler's just like, my knife is already in your back and you don't know it. So, Cody says because she keeps pushing it away from Tyler, he gives up on the Tyler thing. What Cody is trying to do is like distance himself from this. Like, oh, this is. When this happens, it's Tyler, it's not me. I told you I was worried. But she's not biting it, so he goes back to Dane Bay, and he says, yeah, Dane Bay did mention to Enzo something about, like, oh, Cody and Danny are really close. And so this is, again, he's trying to set this up like he's not a part of this. Like, Dane Bay are concerned about him and Danny, and so that's why he didn't know anything about this. They didn't tell him because they didn't trust him, which is actually close to true. But he's trying to set it up so that he doesn't get any blame for when it happens, in my opinion. So
I agree, because what do you say? I mean, if you tell her now, then the whole thing implodes. Like, you no longer have a place to hide. She's going to be coming for everybody. I mean, even if she doesn't come for you, like I said, like your everything is blown up, so it's like there's nowhere left to hide. But if you keep quiet about it and you kind of like give her like a little information, then maybe, if she goes up on the block initially, then she doesn't blow back on you. If she gets back door, it doesn't blow back on you. So, I don't know. I wonder how much longer he can keep it up, and I wonder just how much more it's going to take for her intuition to kick in and be like, because I feel like she's already fun. She already said that she feels a little bit uneasy with Cody. She's like, I'm going to cry. Like, I feel like I can't. I feel like we've just been in a really bad place for like the past few days. So I feel like if they don't keep their crap together, especially today, she's gonna find out, and it's not gonna be pretty.
Yeah. For all we know, she found out last night. We just don't know yet.
Yeah.
So, she says she wants to get together with Cody, Tyler, and Enzo so that they can get their stories straight for when Bay and Day out them next week. That they're gonna say, no, we were approached, like it was never a real alliance. She wants to prepare their stories. Cody keeps trying to be like, no, let's not do that, because he knows that if she tries to prepare a story with Enzo and Tyler, they will sink her so fast when she tries to tell that story. There's no helping it here. So she goes and talks to Enzo, and she shares her frustrations with him. And she immediately is like, so did Bay and Day tell you that I was really close to Cody? And so, like, they have said something like that before, but nothing that Cody really knew that much about that would be like a real story to tell to Dan. Enzo has no idea what she's talking about, basically, is what I'm saying. And so he's just like, it's annoying, yo. Like, I just don't want to even talk. Like, Enzo will just always, if he doesn't know what you're talking about and doesn't agree with your overall tone, his go-to response, that's it, that's it, yo, I can't even talk game, yo, that's it. I'm just telling you, man, that's it. I'm just gonna lock myself in the room, that's all.
No more game talk. you know, just gonna listen to my M&M, eat my M&Ms, and chill. Yo, that's it.
Yeah.
No more.
She wants to figure out who they're targeting, so she wants to call a Slick Six meeting that night, so that she can get some names out of Band-Aid. Who exactly are you targeting next week? So that was on the docket. That was on the schedule for them, but I don't know if they had it. Final conversation before the feeds go down. Ian and Kaser. Ian is asking Ian. Very similar conversation to the one Bailey had with Kaser. Like, poor Kaser, everyone keeps coming up to him and being like, hey, can you help my game on your way out without me giving you a voter campaign for you?
So sad.
Ian's like, hey, do you have any additional information for me? He's like, nothing I haven't already said. And Ian's like, okay, I have a theory. I've got something that I want to tell you on Thursday. On Thursday?
Why, Ian?
Why would you tell me on Thursday? What's the point of telling me on Thursday? How's that gonna help me stay? He's like, it's not. Okay. Why wait then? Why not tell me now? Like, I don't wanna make it seem like I'm trying to keep you by telling you things.
それでは乾杯しましょうか。乾杯。
Amon just almost spoke a few times to our audio listeners. He is now blanketing. He says like, I'm 95% sure I've got the whole thing clocked. And Kaser's like, does that help me stay in any way? He goes, no. Like, okay. Kaser eventually says, just tell me, man. Like, why? Like, just tell me. Ian's finally like, okay, fine, I'll tell you. And he's so excited about this. He's like, okay, here's the thing. It's like an octopus. He tells him his whole theory, and he's like, the two people running the game. And Kaser's like, yeah, Cody and Tyler. He's like, no. Cody and Nicole. And Kaser's like, Nicole. Nicole doesn't. That's not Nicole's game. Like, she lies low for the first half, and then she makes opportunistic moves in the second half.
Always so spot on. He's always on, like, just right on the money.
He's always right on the money half of the time. Always half the time right on the money.
Yeah. When he gets right, it's right. Like, when it rains, it pours with him. Like, it's just...
そんなに人気なのかその5スターっていうやつの店
Yeah, but Ian's like, no, we got a gift from the outside, the BH. We should use that gift. We would be idiots to not use that gift. And it's like, okay, so like, let's say Cody and Nicole are the core. Then like, what's the thing? And Ian's like, well, I can't find a way to connect any of it to Tyler. Like, he's not on the inside. And Kaser's like, really? And he's like, I can't find a way. He's like, okay. And Kaser's like, I feel like Danny's in the best spot. And he's like, I agree. And Kaser feels like, okay, so Cody's the one running the whole show. Cody has to go. If you want HOH, what would you do? And he's like, let's just say I'm gonna be gunning for it real hard. He's like, what? Let's just say I'm gonna be gunning real hard for it. What? I can't hear you. I'm gonna be trying to win the HOH. Oh yeah, of course.
You can always look at me and see home.
So, Kaser suggested, so you put up Danny and Cody, right? Like, that's how you get them to implode. And Ian's kind of like, yeah. So that's kind of like the game plan, it seems, perhaps. At least it's the one that Kaser seems to think is the way to go. Ian doesn't really want to tell him, I think, exactly what he wants to be doing. Because he shouldn't have really told him any of this anyway. But again, Kaser's like, so how can I make this work to help me stay. And Ian's just like, you
も
can't.
ちろん今なら
You're screwed.
それ相応の立ち退き費用と謝礼は
Against
A lot
anybody
of
but Christmas,
transformation
maybe,
in a
but-
vault. Yeah.
ただこれ以上
Oh,
立てつ
Kaiser,
けよう
man, that really sucked. Did he? You know, like he spent a lot of the day to himself yesterday. Like he was not on the feeds unless like he was
こ
directly
んな
involved in
薄汚れた
conversation.
店に
And
金
so
を出し
people were
て
just coming to him in that room, you know, trying to get him to blow games up, trying to use him as a sounding board for their own strategy. And it's like he was right there the whole time. I don't know how many times we can talk about how the opportunity was right there. It was right there, and y'all all squandered it. So it's just annoying to see this happen with him. But you know, I mean,
他の店のように簡
what
単に
Ian
は落ちない
is his game plan. This is going to be a very, I mean, most of these situations have been sort of pivotal. I think this one might be like the most pivotal of them yet because you're going to have
結論を聞かせ
Ian
てもらい
trying
ます
to implode the alliance. You're going to have Cody trying to keep the alliance intact. You're going to have
But I don't care about anything going on right now.
get her out of there.
It's like, why are we spending so much time on these two characters that aren't like
またご挨拶
like
させて
main
ください
characters at all, and we're just like seeing like a fucking 10-minute conversation between them.
And I mean, who knows what Christmas are going to do? But Christmas are probably the same thing. So it's just like this HOH. I feel like a lot of people are going to be
そういえばあなたの娘さん
going for it.
東京に住んでいらっしゃるんですね
Yeah. And
Yeah,
that's what we had. After that, the
可愛くてびっくりしましたよ。
feeds shut down. They came back for a brief second where we saw Ian
そ
talking
れ
with
にしても心
David
配
in
で
the
すよ
photo
ね
room. Very upset
あ
about
ん
the
な
fact
可愛
the
い
backyard
娘
was
さん
going to be
が
closed down
も
for
し
another
万
week.
一
He said he was already
誰かに
struggling.
襲われたりして
And now, yeah, now he's like very upset, very much feels like he'll be
娘に何かする気か
struggling with no backyard time. And the rest of the house guests were in the kitchen talking about like, I
そういう
wonder
ことを
why
す
the
る輩
backyard
が
was
いない
closed.
と
And
も
they
限
joke
らない
about
です
it being like because they saw
こ
a
の
rat
ご時世です
outside. But it's
くれぐれ
it's
も
because,
お
it's
気を
because
つ
of the we know because of the wall
ではまた
yellers
お
on
伺い
Twitter
します
made it pretty obvious that that's what they were doing.
くそ
So the feeds were down for I
どうすればいい
believe
んだ
about 9 hours. By the time they came back up, they were already asleep, and that was the day.
どうすればいい
Yeah, for a second I got really, I
Again?
thought for the most part it had something to do with Guayo, but I was like, oh my god, they also got tested for COVID.
いろいろ大変みたい
Yeah,
だな
so
店
those
長
come back that fast, so they can't really
あお客さんすみませんお恥ずかしいところをお見せして
気にするな。それにしてもなんなんやあいつ。蒼天堀5スターだったか。なんであんたの店をそこまで狙ってるんや。
蒼天堀5スターはお互い手を組んで蒼天堀のキャバクラをすべて自分たちの店だけで独占しようとしているんです。もともと蒼天堀にはキャバクラという勢いのある新しいビジネスの波に乗るべくたくさんの店が出店していて栄えていました。しかし彼ら5スターは手段を選ばず金を使った引き抜きや嫌がらせ暴力による圧力などで次々と他の店を飲み込んでいきました。その結果蒼天堀に残っているキャバクラは彼らの5店舗とうちだけになってしまったんです。
なるほどな。そうなりゃ確かにあんたの店を乗っ取って完全独占したくもなるわな。しかしなんであいつらはそんなことをしてまで蒼天堀を独占したいんや。
詳しいことは分かりませんが噂では蒼天堀のキャバクラを独占することでキャバレーを潰す力を手に入れたいらしいです。
キャバレーを潰す？
はい、なんだかんだで夜の街で未だに大きな力と金を持っているのはグランドなどをはじめとする大型店キャバレーです。彼らはそのキャバレーを打ち破り支配することでそこに渦巻く金や利権人脈などをごっそり手に入れたい。だから新興勢力であるキャバクラを完全独占することでキャバレーに対抗する力を手に入れたいんだと思います。
なるほどな。キャバクラだけでなくキャバレーまで独占できれば実質的に街全体を支配しコントロールすることも可能かもしれん。
でもそんな野望のために我々がひどい目に遭うなんて納得がいきません。あいつらに屈することだけはしたくない。でも 度重なる嫌がらせと圧力で正直営業どころじゃなくなっていまして、お店もこの通りひどいものでしょう。
まあお世辞にもいい状態とは言えんな。
これでも少し前まではこの地域のキャバクラでは一二を争う人気店だったんです。でもあいつらによる店内での迷惑行為の連続でお客さんも離れてしまいましたし、女の子もほとんど引き抜かれてしまいました。このままではいずれにしても近いうちにうちの店は潰れます。もう奴らの要求を飲むしかないんですかね。あんな奴らの悪事に屈してしまうのはすごく悔しいんですが。
Of course the game's still going. Ugh. Yeah, my dog was barking, so I went and saw what was going on there. Oh, it looks like it's been 30 minutes. Yeah. It's been 30 minutes. It's my International Star video came out, so I can see the comparison. Not great. Yeah, I mean, like it's below my Amazing Race video. So I mean, like it's at 200 views right now after 30 minutes, which essentially puts it on pace for around like 2,500 to 3,000 views, like somewhere in that range, which is like it's under expectation. I think I would have said 4,000 would have been my goal with that video. So I mean, like it's not doing as well as I would have liked, but I mean it's fine. Like it's not like the worst thing in the world either. This weekend will be interesting though. I'm interested in seeing how well the Redividing the Tribes video does. I don't think it'll do that well, but I am hoping I'm pleasantly surprised. Hopefully.
俺もキャバクラっちゅう業務形態に興味もあるからね。いろいろ勉強させてもらうで。
ありがとうございます。お客さん。
おっと、自己紹介がまだやったな。マジンマンや。一丁、頑張るで。
真島さんですね。何卒よろしくお願いします。
I guess if you're not a Tyler fan, you're like, oh, I don't care.
I mean, I think he did. It's just that he won in the first week.
Guys, like, what's the alternative? No feeds or no backyard for these house guests? Like, you know, my team can go crazy, so maybe this is a kind of a good thing. But I don't know. I just feel like we really should space because next season, one of your faves is running the house and is like the next queen or king.
Also, he has his own hideout now.
Comes on with a megaphone and it's like, this person is running the house and it ruins their game. Yeah. So, that's just my little soapbox comment.
There you go. I'm on soapbox. I love it. Okay, so that's what we have for you from today, unless there's anything else that you wanted to bring.
Alright, so that's it with the live feed update.
And that is huge. That is the thing.
So that's oh, fuck off. I don't care about this. Can I just fucking continue on with the game? Oh, fuck. I pushed the wrong one, too. I didn't push the wrong one. It's just that I missed the down button. Whatever, but, new commercial. Is this a commercial? No, it's slightly different.
Ah.
Okay. I don't care about these systems. Like, I really couldn't give a shit. Yeah, fuck, you're gonna force me to, aren't you? $5? Okay, there we go. Sure, I don't give a shit.
いらっしゃいませ、お客様。
いらっしゃいませ。
I don't care. It's not me. Ugh, whatever. Why can't I select this? I have to wait until. Can I leave? Like, I really don't want to be here. Ugh.
盛り上がりましょうか。どうも。
I need to do this for 3 minutes.
お待ちしてました。美人だね。よろしく頼むよ。よろしくお願いします。愛知だな。お待たせ。かわいいね。
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
いらっしゃいませ。ごゆっくりどうぞ。
いらっしゃいませ。
すっごいタイプだよ。
楽しいな。ようこそサンシャ
Should I
イン
just let the timer run out? Yeah, I'm gonna go somewhere for a second. Then I'll be back.
ありがとうございました。
お願いします。
ごゆっくり。
やった
いつまで待たせんだ。
ー。お願いし
あばよ。
ます。
いらっしゃいませ。
よろしく
どうぞ
頼むよ。
こちら。ありがとうございます。
かわいいな。
めっちゃ嬉しい。お願いします。
あらかよ。
ありがとうございます。
あばよ。
ようこそサンシャイン。ごゆっくりどうぞ。
待たせすぎだろ。二度と来ねえよ。
いらっしゃいませ。
また来たよ
どうぞ。こちら。
あらかよ。あばよ。
ようこそサンシャイン。ごゆっくりどうぞ。
遅えぞ。二度と来ねえよ。
Alright, we're back. That took way longer than I thought. Sorry about that. That took, what, 8 minutes, I think? Actually almost 10. But yeah, we're just gonna go to a save point and wherever we can. Ah shit, what'd that say? I don't care. Okay. I don't care.
Oi. Oi.
Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the end of the chapter? Or not? I got a trophy. I really thought that was gonna be the end of the chapter then. What is this?
Prepare for new arrivals.
Okay, let's try to find a save point. Okay. Did we cast season 4? Ah, fuck, I don't wanna watch this. Okay. We will end here. I'll at least do one more. But for now, thank you for watching.